This news program is proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.
Prime Minister Marape returns from a 5-day diplomatic journey. Final component of TFF funding to be released soon. And tuberculosis, a major health burden in Papua New Guinea. Good evening, this is National Emtv News. I'm Malcolm Wyra. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister James Marape, who embarked on a 5-day diplomatic journey to China, returned this morning. During his visit, Prime Minister Marape engaged in high-level meetings and attended significant events aimed at strengthening the relationship between Papua New Guinea and China.
One of the highlights of the visit was Prime Minister Marape's participation in the prestigious Third Belt and Road Forum for International Development, which took place on Tuesday and Wednesday. His remarks were well received by many world leaders in attendance. Prime Minister Marape emphasized that the primary goal of the visit was to discuss matters of mutual interest and cooperation, highlighting the importance of trade and investment. He reiterated that China understands PNG's focus on promoting trade and investment as exemplified during the meetings with Premier Lee and President Xi, and they gave their full support towards downstream processing of the agriculture, forest, and fisheries resources. He also underlined the potential for growth in trade between the two countries, expressing optimism about the expansion of exports and attracting foreign direct investments, stating that the main focus was to expand the realms of trade and commerce, as PNG can't grow if they can't increase the exports or attract foreign direct investments. Prime Minister Marape announced significant achievements in securing partnership with 4 large Chinese companies for downstream processing of PNG's resources. These partnerships aim to bolster job creation and stimulate economic growth in the nation. Marape concluded by emphasizing that the responsibility now falls on the people of PNG to meet the growing demands of the Chinese market. Marape made assurance that more resources will be allocated to agriculture, forestry, and fisheries so that we can unbundle these sectors. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
The Education Secretary, Dr. Uke Kombra, in a news conference, provided an update towards the conduct of the 2 national examinations, grade 10 and 12 respectively. The grade 12 national examination ends today. This was revealed at the education headquarters in Port Moresby.
The grade 10s and 12s examinations ended on a good note, as revealed by the Secretary for Education this morning in a news conference. Dr. Kombra, with much delight, provided an update towards the conduct of the 2 national examinations.
We have started the grade 10 examinations on the 9th, as I've just stated, and that overall as a country it went pretty well. We were able to have the examinations all conducted. There were a few cases where exam papers had to be carried over very tough terrains and flooding rivers and so on, but we thank all those who were involved, especially at the school level, and the principals and education officials at the provincial level, that were able to get all the exam papers to schools and all students set for the exams on the 9th.
Dr. Kombra reiterated that there has been no reports of disturbance received thus far and acknowledged all stakeholders for their collaborations.
We are having the final exams today, and that should be concluded around after lunch by today. And that's part B of the mathematics general, and the advanced mathematics exams will be conducted. We'd like to report to the media that as of today, this morning, we have not received any report of incidents of stealing of examination papers or stealing or cheating across all our schools that have taken the exams this week. So I'd like to thank everyone.
According to the Secretary, the Grade 8 examination will be held next week, followed by the stamp examination for the Grade 12s of the 6 National School of Excellence across the country.
That's, as I said, is a high-stake exam, and we have put the best efforts we could to put into place so the exams could be conducted in a more secure and fair manner. And I report that as of this moment, we have no incidents of any malpractice, and that's a very good news for our country and our education system with the Grade 12 examinations.
In the meantime, marking for Grade 10 papers has ended today. Commencing next week, all markers will arrive in Port Moresby to mark the Grade 12 exam papers. The selection process for the Grade 10 will be available at the end of November. The selection for Grade 12 to further studies in the higher learning institutions will be done by the Department of Higher Education. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
Meanwhile, the Education Secretary, Dr. Uke Kombra, announced that the final component of the tuition fees and parental support fees will be paid to all schools in the education system across the country commencing next week. Schools have been urged to utilize excess money in the beginning of the 2024 academic year.
According to the Secretary, the allocation for tuition fee is around 620 million kina, and the allocation for parental support is 160 million kina. Both components have been released by the national government.
The Marape-Rosso government for fulfilling that commitment. But this year we are going to disperse every kina that has been budgeted in our 2023 budget for tuition fees. That commitment has been made by warrant, and we are now in the process of payment. So every school will receive them funds by early next week.
The Secretary then acknowledged the national government for their effort to support the education system across the country. Schools with excess funds have been urged to utilize and manage the funding for the 2024 academic year.
We must be prudent in the management to make sure that there are still funds available for them to use at the start of next year. In previous years, when the funds were released quite late into term 4, we used to hold it back and then release it very early at the start of the year so that schools can start. But now we are only into the 3rd or 4th week of the term, and therefore it's there's still 6-7 weeks to go, so we are releasing the funds, every toy that has been dispersed to us, warranted to us, and that will go to schools.
The Secretary further explained the application involved in calculating funds for the boarding and day schools.
There's a process where we have to have in the system as boarding schools and boarding students, and then when we calculate, it pays the boarding students at a different rate to the day students. So at the moment, they've only been paid the day student fees. And if a student is a boarding student, then that boarding component is not being paid. So our technical staff have advised me that they should be able to resolve that. And once that has been resolved, the schools that have been only paid the day student fees will receive the boarding component. So we'll definitely make sure that you receive your funds once the problem has been solved.
Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
To combat and eliminate TB in the National Capital District, the National Department of Health, in partnership with the National Capital District Provincial Health Authority, World Health Organization, and the World Bank have launched the Systematic Screening Intervention, or SSI, for TB at APEC House this morning.
This systematic screening intervention is funded by World Bank, and it is a latest technology instrument which will be used for screening and diagnosing tuberculosis. According to National Department of Health Executive Manager for Public Health, Dr. Sibak Bieb, recent studies have revealed that Papua New Guinea is one of the many countries in the world with a high number of TB cases. A National Capital District is a hotspot due to its large population. TB-Free NCD with systematic screening intervention is a community-driven initiative aimed at creating a national capital district free from the burden of TB and preventing unnecessary deaths caused by the disease. The SSI is a systematic approach to identifying people at risk for TB and has two main objectives. The first one is early detection and treatment as well as reducing TB transmission in the communities. This TB service will be brought right into the streets of Port Moresby in all three districts through mobile trucks. And these mobile trucks have an inbuilt TB laboratory and a chest X-ray with trained professional health workers to assist the public accessing these TB screening services. Gladys Gillon, National Emtv News.
Tuberculosis, or commonly known as TB, is a major health burden in Papua New Guinea. This was revealed by Dr. Sibauk Bieb at the APEC House this morning during the launching of the systematic screening intervention for tuberculosis.
See, through the office of...
He said PNG has the highest incidence and mortality rate in the Western Pacific region and is also among the top 30 burden countries globally. TB is not only a burden, but an emerging socio-economic emergency that needed to be addressed immediately, or it will lead to a socio-economic crisis in the future. Dr. Bieb went on to share the statistics of tuberculosis in Papua New Guinea.
Right now, TB is one of the top 5 causes of death in Papua New Guinea. 5,000 people die of TB every year. Compare that with COVID-19 over a 4-year period where we had over 40,000 cases confirmed of COVID-19 and only 780 deaths over 4 years. So if we extrapolate those figures, over the 4-year period of COVID-19, 20,000 people have died from TB in Papua New Guinea.
He added TB is also a leading cause of deaths among people living with HIV. In NCD alone, 2,600 people are diagnosed with TB every year. However, he stated that in reality, 7,000 people are diagnosed and are on treatment every year. He further stated TB can be contained and eradicated in our homes, communities, and the country if everyone practices good health and hygiene habits and if all concerned stakeholders work in collaboration to address this health burden. Gladys Gillon, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break with more stories. Stay with us. You're watching National Emtv News. The 2023 Ella Morris SME Awards saw a number of SMEs queued under 21 categories. Of that, Marco Gifts was announced the winner for the 2023 Ella Morris SME Award last night, held at APEC House in Port Moresby.
The Ella Motors SME Award for the year 2023 eventuated yesterday evening at the APEC House in Port Moresby. This prestigious event, which is now in its 4th year, provides an opportunity to celebrate the outstanding achievements of innovative and outstanding micro and SME achievers. A total of 21 categories from the 2023 SME Awards brings together key players in the industry and provide a platform for the recognition and celebration of the hard work and dedication of SME in PNG. The nominations and votes have come not only within the country but from the global communities as well. Walking away with most of the awards was the Upper Mary, an e-commerce marketing platform that supports over 1,000 women in the village in the Eastern Islands province to market their products. BSP recognized their efforts and supports them with a check presentation of 20,000 kina.
Upper Mary.
The Coroner's Comfort Tour also receives a number of awards in various categories and was the second runner-up for the 2023 SME Award. The winner for the 2023 Ella Motors SME Awards, Maku Gift, walked away with a brand new car from Ella Motors. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
Metago Bible College has been operating for over 40 years under the United Church of Papua New Guinea, and today marks a significant milestone for the college as they opened new facilities, including their newly built chapel.
Metago Bible College was managed by the United Church of Papua New Guinea and today celebrates an important occasion as it unveils its brand new facilities, including a newly built chapel. According to the chairman of the Metago Working Group, Dikana Igo, the extensive development includes staff houses, classrooms, and duplex units for students and the spectacular chapel.
With the staff accommodation, about 7 staff accommodation, 6 student duplexes, 1 high-set double classroom, and a chapel, the total net amount.
In the successful development for the Metago Bible College, a lot of support have been given in the project that came with a heavy price tag of approximately 6 million kina. Metago Council Chairman, Bishop Reverend Itolo Arua, explained.
The Metago Council is supportive of the work they are undertaking. We are fully behind them in our prayers as they work around the clock, looking for funds to supply that need so that the work will progress.
Reflecting on the institution's history, Member for Iri Koyari, Kit Iru, emphasized that the vision behind the college was far more than a simple Bible institution when it was established over 40 years ago.
The vision must be bigger than semi-education. It has to be more than that. Right at the core of the Metago vision has to be theology and divinity. That this will truly grow into a university of formidable standards and greater knowledge and academia in Papua New Guinea and in the South Pacific.
Louis Maingu, National Emtv News.
In a promising development for the education sector, Metago Bible College, a long-standing theological institution, is set to undergo a transformative process into a comprehensive higher education institution. The ambitious plan aims to broaden the college academically, enabling it to cater for a broader spectrum of students and academic disciplines.
Under this plan, the Metago Bible College will be restructured and equipped to meet the requirements of a tertiary institution. The proposed transformation involves the introduction of various academic programs alongside the existing theological courses.
The higher learning education, higher learning producing a mixture of graduates that be able to be partakers in the building of this nation. But Metago will still continue to maintain its core business of producing theologians and biblical scholars.
Member for Iri Koyari, Kit Iru, has publicly announced his commitment to subsidize the project. Mr. Iru emphasized his unwavering support by allocating 1 million kina to facilitate the completion of the second phase of the college transition into a higher education institution.
Iri Koyari was blessed with 6 million kina from the development levy that comes out of this project in Gabirumai. And for that reason, we will commit 1 million kina to initiate the second phase. When the budget is cut up and the funds are availed, 1 million kina will come and start the second phase of this project. It's an undertaking that we take together.
Vice Chairman of the Metago Working Group explained the future development plans of the infrastructures.
The plans to have a library, to have additional, second phase, to have additional classrooms, an administration building, as well as a resource center. And together with, we're looking at a vice chancellor in the future, and main thing is to have a ambassador to come in to assist the principal.
Louis Maingo, National, MTV News.
The 2023 Asia PNG Business Conference was an opportunity for PNG to attract investors who can do business in PNG.
Now, Papua New Guinea recently hosted the 2023 Asia PNG Business Conference in Hong Kong, where Prime Minister and other ministers of the Parliament visited Hong Kong to discuss various issues when it comes to businesses. This was an opportunity for Papua New Guinea to also showcase its local businesses in Hong Kong and to attract more investors to come into Port Moresby or Papua New Guinea for that matter. Now, Prime Minister James Marape also had the opportunity to meet other foreign ministers of China to discuss more investment opportunities where companies in Hong Kong and China can come to Papua New Guinea to fully establish businesses so that the economy of Papua New Guinea can grow. Godwin Eki, National, MTV News.
The World Indigenous Business Forum will take place this month in Port Moresby. More than 500 international visitors are expected to attend this event.
Now, after months of preparations as of last year, the Department of International Trade and Investment under the Minister Richard Maru will be hosting the World Indigenous Business Forum. Now, this is an opportunity to give local businesses an opportunity to meet international businesses from around the world, where Papua New Guinea will host this year, this month in October. This is one of the biggest events next to APEC, as mentioned by Minister Richard Maru in past press conferences, where he says that this is an opportunity for local businesses to get to know foreign investors as well as businesses, so that partnerships or relationships are created where PNG can build its economy, and also to give opportunities to businesses from around the world to come and fully establish their businesses here in Papua New Guinea. Minister Richard Maru said that more than 500 investors or local businesses from other parts of the country, delegates, will be coming here into Port Moresby to also meet other international delegates of businessmen and women, where approximately 500 of them will arrive here in Port Moresby this month. They will also be given a traditional welcome by Papua New Guinea traditional dancers and given a tour of our beautiful city, Port Moresby, organized by Port Moresby NCDC Governor Powes Pakop. Now, this event will take place here at the APEC House, as well as the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium in the nation's capital. Godwin Eki, National, MTV News.
Now to the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2695 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2620, 0.4119 Australian dollars, 0.2402 euro, 38.93 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices, at New York closed, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copra closed lower, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading lower, copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The 2024 Dart Championships is set to take place in Kokopo, East New Britain. Dart associations around the country are preparing the squad, while NCD Dart Association also prepares its squad. This was revealed by the NCD Dart Association President, Dr. Kapua Kapua.
During the NCD Association Grand Finals held over the weekend at the Sports in Port Moresby, the association president Dr. Kapua said they have made selection for players during the 2023 season to represent the association to participate in the 2024 Dart Championship in Kokopo.
Looking forward to it. We're going to send 36 athletes over. So that's 4 men and 2 women per team, 6 teams that we're trying to send over, 36, and probably about 4 or 5 officials. I'll be honest, it's not cheap. Just to go to Kokopo and come back is about 2,200 kina, return ticket. And then you got the accommodation to think of and transportation. So we are going to be looking at some heavy sponsorship for next year to get our guys there. But me as the mandated president, it is my goal and to make sure that all of these guys get to go.
Dr. Kapua revealed that financial assistance would be a challenge, but he will ensure all squad travel to participate in the championship and return home safe. Gladys Killer, True Kai Sports.
True Kai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
True Kai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy, few evening showers and drizzles and inland thunderstorms. Daru, few showers, then partly cloudy. Kerama, occasional rain showers and thunderstorms. Alatau, frequent rain showers and thunderstorms, then cloudy. Popondetta, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Turibomasi region, Ley City, few showers and possible thunderstorms, then cloudy. Medang, partly cloudy with chances of shower or 2. Wewak, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo, few showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, brief showers then partly cloudy. Kavieng, brief showers and partly cloudy. Kokopan Rabaul, few showers and thunderstorms, then cloudy. Kimbe, few showers and thunderstorms, then cloudy. Buka, brief showers and partly cloudy. To the Highlands region, Montagan City, cloudy with few afternoon showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka and Kodiawa, partly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mendi and Wabek, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, the 20th of October, 2023. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.